I wanted to make videos today, but in the middle of recording, all my devices over here and turned off. So, yeah, no videos are being made today, unfortunately. It's been like that all week when we were waiting for this hurricane to pass, Hurricane Kiko. So I've been kind of, and I'm real proud of myself this time. I normally, during one of these hurricane season events, um, really panic, emotionally panic, physically panic. Um, and this time I didn't. I just, I stay watching the Zoom.earth, and because I trust it over here, and watching the path of the hurricane, where it's going, and just staying busy. So this week I had to call the vet. My dog was she couldn't walk. She couldn't even get up in her own bed. So she had muscle weakness in the back of her legs, and she's 8.5. And so, I lost her sister last year to lymphatic cancer. And so she and I this year have been in like a grief cocoon. And I noticed it earlier in the year, but I didn't do anything. And it really kind of came to head this month when I also, instead of focusing on myself and how I felt through the grief, noticed my pets and what they were going through their grief. Like my dog Matilda here, we don't walk as much as we used to. And she loves to catch ball. I throw it about. She's half pit bull and half dachshund. So she's little. She's a little, the vet called her an American pit bull. But she was really sick. So she came out. We finally have a mobile vet. We don't have enough vets here. So we just got this vet that took her business mobile. And I'm so glad because she got to spend 2 hours at my property, you know, looking at my dog, giving her shots, looking at all the concerns, not just one thing in 15 minutes. If you've got a pet, you're lucky if you spend anything more than 15 minutes with your vet and you're paying hundreds of dollars and you still got the problem. Well, this is the first time. Yes, it's more expensive to pay for a mobile vet. You have to pay the travel fee and a flat um, visitation fee and anything for um, other things that they do, plus medication. But I I'm in debt still to my other vet because of my last two pets that have passed in the last 2 years, paying for all of their preventative care, their sickness care, and then the care to put them down or to go over the Rainbow Bridge, and then for cremation. So thousands of dollars in the last 2 years I have paid for vet care. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do the same merry-go-round with this dog because it would have been the same thing had I gone to my regular in-town vet. Um, no. So this was really worth the money and the time. And right now in this economy, this is what we have to do. We have to be aware of our most important priorities. And that would be our health and those of others that we are caretakers for, their health, and being economically responsible because most of us are living on a fixed income or limited income. And so every dime that we spend has to go towards something useful. And in 2025, I'm angry that I have to choose between small subscription services each month, like Netflix. It's only $9, right? Or two people that I support that bring me positive news in realism on YouTube, the simple $2 a month. It sounds doable. But when you can only spend a couple of $100 a month on food, and you've got mortgage or your rent, you've got your utilities, or you've got to get out. Maybe you don't have transportation of your own or you can't drive, and you have to get people who are willing to do those things. And I'm going to tell you, um, a lot of people say, oh, I'll help you, I'll help you. Being consistent, even one time a month for 4 hours a month, is not something that I have found anyone is able to do consistently past 2 years. And that's okay. People change, their priorities change. And so when their priorities change, you have to not be angry at these people for having a life or for changing their life or whatever they need to do. You have to be able to pivot and say, okay, I've got to find some other resources. And to stay ready of finding resources that help you grow, that respect your boundaries, that give you respect, and that allow you to ask for what you need without shame or any type of psychological abuse. And you have to be more aware of it than the other person, because 9 times out of 10, the other person is not going to want to hurt your feelings. So what they don't know is they are doing the actions, but their grudges are coming through clear. And those of us on the spectrum, man, we already have a thing where we're hyper aware of your behaviors, your words, and your actions. We are. And we will assume that they're because of us. And 9 times out of 10, it's not. But then when it is, this person is afraid to, one, ask for what they need, two, set different boundaries, or three, say, I can't do this anymore, and give you time to find other services. So that's where my channel comes in to help you not just be hyper aware of things so you can find fault. That's not the point of being hyper aware. The point is so you can be aware of not just yourself, but other people as well, not to the point to where you're going to stay quiet and not ask them any questions, but to the point where you can open up and ask questions like, is this becoming hard for you to do? So when we give other people permission to speak and be truthful, we can have a more honest relationship, and feel better about standing up for ourselves. So I just wanted to come on. Today is Monday, and I walked into town. I was desperate for coffee. You saw on a post. So I walked 6 miles into town, got my coffee and some other things. They were kind of heavy coming back, but I was really lucky to be able to catch the bus back to my street and only have to walk the half a mile from the corner to here. So sometimes you just got to step out there and do what's hard, do what's uncomfortable, and get those needs met. So here's to a positive week of being aware and asking for what you need without shame or without shaming other people. I'm working on some affirmations videos. That's what I was doing today, but they turned off. So I'm going to try again and get back on my posting schedule after Hurricane Kiko passes over the next few days. Probably by Thursday, I'll be able to have enough internet strength to upload a video because right now I just don't. I'm really surprised that I'm able to do this live uninterrupted. So, um, anyway, that's it for today. If you're new here, I'm Susan, and I am a certified master coach who centers the autistic or ASD adult. Um, live 40 plus years old, live a happy, healthy, and life of joy, and to live our life because we deserve it. There's nothing wrong with us. We're great just as we are. We just need to learn to appreciate ourselves even more. So, aloha. I don't. Mm, I don't know how to turn this off. Yes. Okay.